Hello everyone, we are here playing as Value Runs Valencia. Find ourselves against NBN making news. So if I was to gamble initially, I would say it's the one with Aryabata Tech and things like that. They're definitely hoping to tag us. This opening hand is not good. Blackmail is always nice to have early. 2 career fairs, but nothing to use it with. So we're going to pitch it back, hopefully get something better. Yes, this is much better. We'll see how fast they push for something, but we can just money up. Liberated and gamble. That's pretty good for us. Ooh, they're going all out straight away. Alright, well, we should check out something. We do have to worry about hard-hitting news though as well. But I think it's worth taking a look, especially as they mulliganed. So we'll see if they have anything interesting. Jackson. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. And let's run server 1, I suppose, as well. Hopefully nothing that interesting. I would prefer to have 8 credits when this turn is over. Pad campaign, well, we'll leave that. And we'll click for a credit just so they can't. And we'll click for credit just so if they do hard-hitting news us, we can bounce back pretty quick. Next turn, let's liberate it. Let's do a bit of setup. We should take a poke as well. So if I stop HQ, but only 5 credits. So Cobra would be annoying. Archangel is fine. I think we take a look anyway and see what kind of thing we're dealing with. It could be something like Turnpike, which would be annoying as well. Oops. That's not what we wanted to do. Let's try that again. So let's run HQ this time. Just to see what we're dealing with. They're not going to res, which is perfect for us. Sansan, I don't really want to trash it at the moment. I think we just pop that down, take a bit of money. Possibly should have put on more pressure and should be drawing more, I would say. But we're both not in a great position. Hopefully we can find our rebirth soon as well. We'll get into Wizard and then we can start trashing things. We do of course run lots of things to give them bad publicity as well, so if we can find that soon, we're in a much better spot. Because A, it'll make things a lot cheaper, but also it means that we can start messing with various bits and pieces that they got going on. 2 quantum-predictive models, which we'd like sooner rather than later, and Manhunt, which is really annoying. And indeed they are playing it. Well, they must be confident that they can keep us out of HQ, because otherwise it's a, 1 out of 4 that we miss. So, we are going to run HQ. Actually, yeah, we can run HQ. They either stop us here, toll booth, that's fine. So it cost them 8, it cost us 3. It's Manhunt, so it's not, what's that one that does a trace every time, every turn? Door to door, I think it is. Anyway, it's not that, which is important. We know their HQ is fully loaded, we've gotten rid of Jackson, so we can just set up now. Possibly should have even drawn for blackmail, that would have been smarter, I think. But we can draw. We have 2 MK Ultras, so that's fine. We can guarantee ourselves a hit on HQ pretty much. So I think we just take our time here. Now we don't run anything to bypass Data Raven or anything like that, so if they do get a tagging piece of ice out here and put a QPM in behind it, there's not a lot we can do. But we do run Parasite as well, so not all bad. Career fair would have been nice a little bit earlier. It wasn't to be. Let's draw one. Maybe we'll get to Musion. Nope, but at least we have a career fair Earthrise for the next time when this current one runs out. Now, unfortunately, we are giving them time to set up, which isn't ideal. It's not what you want to do against NBN, especially as we have seen with Sansan. But again, Sansan with less exciting agendas than they'd like to score, so I think we're kind of okay. We should force the res here at least. If not, we should at least try and get in for this agenda. And we can outmoney them, thanks to Liberated accounts even. Or we could put down medium and punish them that way. Let's take our money here. Let's run server 3. That's fine, they can trace us here. So it'll cost us 4 credits, bringing us down to 8. And I mean, they can, in theory, outmoney us here. It could also be the Sansan, which would be annoying. Manhunt is going to fire. We'll see how much they invest into this. So, going to be 4 credits. To avoid a tag, I think that's somewhat worthwhile. And we get a QPM for our troubles. So we turn off the current, and yeah, it's not too bad. I think we just click for credits here. Not exciting, but it'll do okay. I'm going to bin 1 MK Ultra, and I think we bin Plascrete. They're trying to tag us, but we've seen influence on Celebrity Gift as well. So what are the chances of them running like Scorched Earth as well? I think we're okay. If we see something later that causes us to panic, we'll obviously have to deja vu and pull it back out. But we've turned off the current as well, so that is important. Another card in server 3 with the Sansan, you'd imagine. So I think we leave that for the moment. Maw is pretty good, but we do not have money. I would definitely prefer to have a bit more money. We could... let's draw. Yogg's okay as well. I think we're just taking money here and getting down the other Earthrise. And apparently I need to start a new account or delete every single deck that I have, because things are running quite slow. So we'll query for that, and I think we get rid of the other MK Ultra and pray that we're not going to get Art Lockdown. If we do, then we have to depend on Parasites to get us through Sentries, which isn't ideal. But there's also a good chance that they're playing Data Raven, Gutenberg, Sentries like that. Could be playing Cobra because it is great, it is fun, it catches people out. But we'll see. Yeah, just Jackson. That is fine. And drawing up heavily. Chances are they will send back this other current and the Jackson, as well as their least favourite from this lot that they're drawing here. Just taking a credit. So presumably there'll be, yeah, QPM and Global Food in here, probably, until they get a bit more set up. Find ways to tag us. And Manhunt gone as well. Okay, this is good to see. So let's draw. There we go, right. Yeah, I think it's still worth doing this. Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to take 2 shots at archives. Get a dash sucker in the process, which is okay. And we'll pitch. I've had worse, maybe. It unfortunately means that we're running slow with this investigative journalism, giving NBN far too much setup time. And let's pitch. Let's get rid of I've had worse, because we have a combo in hand that we'd like to pull off. Now, whether we can get it to work or not is another story. As expected, ice going on archives. That's alright. And something going into the server over here. So what do we need to rebirth into? Wizard seems good. Maybe we need to look and see what else they're playing. If we can get any ideas, as in, like we could go Quetzal and get through here easily. So if we see a lot of barriers, that might be a good idea. As it currently stands, Wizard is the way to go. So IP block comes up. Just the one trace is going to fire. We don't have an installed AI breaker. And Aryabata tech. Alright. So we're obviously going to have to beat this trace. We'd like to avoid the tag. We don't want to lose a credit. So it's going to cost us 3 and a click anyway. So we got to do this. Also means that we really have to put down the investigative journalism, which will make traces much less awkward to deal with. And Manhunt, okay. So a bit of setup time required then. Get this down. Let's rebirth into Wizard. And we'll run the pad while we can, while Manhunt is not live. And we trash it for free. So it is going to be important to keep their credits down, because otherwise things can get a bit unwieldy. Oh, the lag is killing me. Killing me. So, free to trash pad campaign. That's not bad. Presumably next turn they are going to play Manhunt, in which case we will hit the investigative journalism. Unless they push us a bit more, I think we're okay to just set up a little bit. And we do have a current of our own as well, so it would actually be beneficial to us if they did play it. We did a little bit of setup, then we played our own. There's Manhunt. So that's fine, we're just going to pop this. Oh yes, if we pop this we're going to have to discard cards, which is less than ideal. We do have a second medium. Then again, this isn't that difficult to get through at the moment. I've had worse seems good to have. All these cards seem good. Pop that, and we'll put down Maw. Even though at the moment we really don't want to run. Okay. So we have blackmail. So I think we take 8 blackmail in. That seems okay. We don't want them to have a breaking news into closed accounts or something like that. So instead, let's just outmoney them. Let's blackmail into server 4. We can deal with whatever is down there. And if things go pear-shaped, we can at least remove a tag or draw up or whatever needs to be. And we can outmoney them on the manhunt as well, so I think we're in an okay position here. You just don't want them to get off breaking news into closed accounts, because then you're in a massive uphill battle. See how much they want to put into this particular trace. If they outtrace us, they gain 1 back. We lose 1. So that has to be taken into account as well. As well as the click to remove tag and... Ooh, wow. I think we just lose the bad pub one then. And if this is a QPM, fair enough, they paid 9 for it. So yeah, I think we leave this off here. So we'll lose 1, we'll have to remove a tag. But I think that's better. Yeah, I think that's better for us. And at least with so few credits, okay, they do get an agenda for it, but they paid a lot of money. So, c'est la vie. I don't think it was worth 9 credits to us. Now, we still spent a little bit into it and came away with nothing except for a tag. But at least next time we have a little more time, I think, to investigative journalism. Then the turn after we can have I've had worse and put ourselves in a better position. Because 1 point, it's not the end of the world. So we'll land this. We will pop this very, very soon. That'll give them a hand size of 3, which is still okay. At least it kind of cuts down on their options a little bit. And just taking money. Okay. So let's pop this. An efficient turn for the first time in a long time. Next turn, we'll try and get into archives. For a little bit of money, or at least knowledge. Celebrity gift. Well, that's not going to make it easy to get into archives then. Astro, that's the one we want. So how do we get past... Well, actually pretty easily. We do have Yogg. So we could take a couple of pot shots if we wanted. Archangel and IP block. And they also have Manhunt, so this is not going to last long. So Astro is now a 1 in 4. We could also hit Archangel, which is a worry. So Itinerant becomes worse, but we do want the Astro. This is possibly Sansan. How much do we have to worry about this? Let's Yog. And let's run once at the very least. Hope we get lucky. So we can take 2 shots, costing us 1 credit. Of course, yes, Manhunt will fire as well. At least it's only the first time we make a run. And if we get an Astro, it's all worthwhile. So we can either pay 5 in here, or we're losing 1, they gain 1, and we pay 2 in a click. Ugh. It's all pretty horrible. And suddenly we've no money, and we access Manhunt. So we can click for a credit and go again. I think we do. Kind of all in here, 1 and 4. And leave ourselves on 0 credits. A terrible, terrible place to be. But we get the Astro, so maybe all worthwhile. So get Astro, get rid of a Manhunt. They may play a second one, which is actually fine. We know that unless they drew hard-hitting news or mid-seasons now, we know we're safe. So again, we have a little bit of time to set up. And if we can get them to play this other Manhunt, then we can nullify it with this. So hopefully we can hold on long enough. Hopefully we can get a little bit of money. There's the second Manhunt. Perfect. So we do have sure gambles, we do have daily casts in the deck, but we also have 0 credits. So we're just going to take 4. The Anarch sure gamble, as I heard one of the lads in Ireland say once. Oh no. Hopefully not breaking news. Interesting. So they're goading us into a run. That much is clear. But we cannot afford this. I think we have to leave it off, which is kind of galling. Parasite is really good. Let's play this down, take another credit. So if they do score out, we can pop another bad pub on them. So if they have to take a turn, we're not too badly off. If they do spend 3 on global food, it's kind of okay. Kind of. Indeed it is global food. Okay, so now we can either stack another bad pub on them or try and get into archives. If we can get into archives a couple of times, we can pop Parasite on this. That seems better, I think. We'll take a poke and see what it is anyway. Oh, I forgot about my Manhunt. We'll let this fire and we will jack out. Oh, we have to... Oh, everything's terrible. So thankfully we only lose 1 of our bad pub. And... Paperclip is okay. Yeah, that was bad. We do need to play this itinerant protester soon. We should nearly Parasite archives and just hit this loads of times. Maybe. See what they do next turn. They install again. 4 points. How concerned are we? I think we hit them with this. And then next turn we can do our big plan. We have the Astro, so I'm not as worried. They get a sweeps. Okay, so I'm still not sure what this is. But anyway, our plan is to advance once. Well, now we kind of have to go for it, don't we? So we can put this on, bring ourselves down to 4. We can Parasite brings us down to 2. We can run, putting us up to 6 again. And then we can run here, force them to spend. Or we can just play this, click for a couple of credits and run, which seems okay. We have MK Ultra and Paperclip in the bin, and we'll have a little bit of money. Yeah, it seems okay. I think we play this and go for it. So now their hand size is down to 2. And let's take a poke at server 4. And we have 3 bad pub. So we can install Paperclip. And we can break for 1. Thus avoiding traces and anything like that. Keep our fingers and toes crossed that it's nothing that can hurt us. Data ward. That's okay, we'll pay 3. And hopefully not Ghost Branch. Quantum. It's okay. But now we can start attacking archives, get ourselves our 2 meter money. We have nullified some of their options, so they have a 2 hand size, which is just great. Unless they have another manhunt, in which case, boo. Boo earns. The server at the moment costs us 4, as long as they can't tag us. So they're just going to install a lot of things. That's fine, we can afford to check. Run archives, and run both of these. Probably one of these is a Jackson as well, just because of how few options they suddenly have all of a sudden. So let's run archives. Ooh, something appeared there. When did Ice get on top of this? Thankfully they've only 1 credit. Last turn. Yeah, this lag is actually killing me at this stage. So sorry, very sorry about that. Gonna have to restart the system, go Ice Hedge 1 2. A variety of other things. So we'll run archives twice, build up some data sucker counters. We see an exchange, both manhunts, which I'm delighted at. A Sandsam went in the bin. Interesting. We can run it again. We can run both servers then. It's getting data suckers and 4 credits. Feels good. And the 3 bad pub will basically get us in here for almost free. It also means if they are hiding a Jackson somewhere, they are going to have to use it. Let's check server 5 first, just in case they're being tricky. Yep, we will trash this for really cheap. And let's run server 4, keep them honest. Have I forgotten about Maw or using Maw? I hope not. Okay, another Jackson gone. So 1 left in R&D. And yeah, now we start turning the screw, I think. So they likely have to money up. Perfect. What do we want to get rid of? I think we need to start poking R&D now with medium as well. So first click, we will check archives, see if we can make some money for free, see if we can force a res here, and if we do, then R&D becomes much more open. Archangel. Thankfully, we do have the wherewithal to get through this. It does unfortunately cost us everything in terms of our data suckers. But again, we're profiting 4 credits. We do get a data sucker back. And now R&D is wide open for us for the next few turns. And maybe they have two agendas in HQ. It'd be nice to take a poke at some point. But if they try and install over here, we should be okay. We get a global food. That works for me. So let's get the medium down and let's push to finish this one. Must remember that if we don't steal or trash something, we can use maw. So this is barrier, right? In which case it'll cost us the 3 bad pub. Yeah, perfect. So the investigative journalism itinerant protesters does take a little while to set up, and you do have to time it well, but once you do, you can cause the corp all sorts of issues. New sound. So, not what we wanted to see, but maw takes that out. And yeah, now we're in pretty good position. Could fire down Earthrise as well. We should be drawing into some money cards. We could alternatively, I've had worse. But I think we get this down and hopefully draw into some good pieces very soon. So they drew News Hound and they have something else in hand from the previous turn, which means when we check R&D this time, we might trash one of those. And either I'm okay with. Just taking 3. Pretty much what you'd expect. Gamble, perfect. I could fire down the investigative just to be really cruel, but I think here we just push for closing out the game. Now, did we need to play that sure gamble? I was listening to, I can't remember what podcast recently, but Dan Dargino was on it. Damn, the fact that the name escapes me is kind of annoying. IP block. That's fine. They are poor once again. But Dan Dargino was saying, if you play a sure gamble, was that 4 credits that you needed at the end of the game? If not, then you didn't need to play it. And I think in this case, well, now that we're breaking 2 pieces of ice, maybe we did. So I'm just going to pay 6 here because trying to get through everything here is, or trying to get through all the menus, is becoming a pain. So let's try and close it out here. New sound again. So we'll trash with maw. And thought. Interesting. Well, they're a while off being able to afford that. I think we stick a parasite on one of these, maybe. Just because it's annoying more than anything. And next turn we can get rid of it. Now, maybe they've drawn a new sound, in which case we'll be a bit sad. But if not, then R&D is going to be wide open for a while. Or sorry, we know they're drawing a new sound. But at least we'll force them into using it. And then we'll get our MK Ultra over. Yeah. And we'll be able to save these data sucker counters for the other IP block, maybe. I apologise, my opponent, for the slowness that I'm currently playing at. So, 2 cards face down in archives. Yeah. Opponent not too chuffed, and understandably so. Ironically, I am now unable to type. There we go. So we do have MK Ultra in here, which will be free to install. I think we can chill for a bit. Draw up, try and get some money. That's really good. So we'll get 2 daily casts down, which will leave us on 4 credits. Not super. Alternatively, we just credit, run. I think that's better. I don't think we need the daily cast at this stage. And we'll most likely be taking out the Thoth. God, it's painful. I should upload this at like 1.5 speed or something, so my voice would be hilarious, but at least we'd get through it in a reasonable amount of time. As I slowly lose my mind. So, as expected, we'll get our MK Ultra out for free. And we'll reduce the strength by 1. And pay 3. And we could pay 3, we can cut down the cost a little if we want. I think we're okay to just pay money in here. I would imagine we will be closing this out soon. Yeah, we can afford a data sucker counter. There we go. So I'll likely get rid of their last card, and it's going to be very difficult for them here. Purging, if we don't score here, seems like the best option. But in that case, we can just money up and be ready for the next time when R&D gets fresh again. So, there we go. We'll get rid of card from HQ. So, Thoth, Manhunt, ugh. That's annoying. And it, oh god. Well, they're never scoring it is the good news. So Thoth, Manhunt, NAPD. And I was thinking about it. I was saying in my head, what if I hit NAPD with 3 credits when I have data suckers here that I could easily use? And there you have it. So let's do some calculations. I think they have to purge. In which case we just money up and wait for NAPD to refresh. Oh, they just take money. Okay, so this is going to cost us 3. This is going to cost us 3 and a sucker. This is going to cost us strength 4 as well, isn't it? So 2 and a sucker. So, Timuchin has arrived. Finally. So, take 3, run. Apparently it's going to be painful to do so, so we're going to do it this way. So that'll leave us with 9 credits, which is 3, and bring us down to 6. Can we get through this for 2? We actually can't, can we? Soccer and 2 credits, right? What is wrong with me? It's not even that late. I think I've just aged significantly. Over the course of this game, thanks to all the lag. I'm not looking forward to seeing how long this video is. And thank you for sticking with me if you have. If you haven't, then you're not hearing this apology. So I reduced the strength 3, pay 2. Maybe I overpaid the last one, did I? That was silly. I would say I'll read the log, but God, it might take a while to get there. You know what? Jeez, this is terrible. There we go. So we get in, we will steal the NAPD and close out this game that has taken far longer than it should have. Not because it was an overly dominant performance, but just because everything ran really slowly. Thankfully did not click no on that. And hedge fund, GG. Sorry about the lag. Well, I hope you enjoyed, despite the awful length of time that it took. Yes, really good deck. I'm enjoying it. As I said, the itinerant protesters investigative journalism combo can be a little tricky to set up in terms of time, because you're spending a click on your turn to do it. You're giving them the heads up that they will have an entire turn, so that becomes a little dicier. But once you can get things set up like that, you can just see how oppressive it is. We had a lot more money to draw, because we did seem quite poor throughout this game. But yeah, worked out well. I would advise giving it a go. I am running a modified version of the one that I've linked below, but try either. See which one takes your fancy, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.